Hi students, welcome to A&P Science and Pharma. Today we are going to discuss about the basics of biochemistry. What is chemistry basically? Chemistry is a study of chemicals, correct? Chemistry is a study of chemicals. Chemicals means chemical compounds, correct? There are two kinds of chemical compounds. One is organic and inorganic. Organic chemical compounds are carbon related, which has hybridization. Inorganic chemical compounds are not related to carbon. They does not have carbon in their structure. Even though if some compounds like carbon dioxide has carbon in their structure, they are categorized as inorganic compounds because there is no hybridization for carbon. So basically, organic compounds has carbon in their structure. Inorganic compounds has no carbon in their structure. Correct? Study of these compounds is called as chemistry. Correct? That is chemistry. As I told you, study of organic compounds is organic chemistry. Study of inorganic compounds is inorganic chemistry. Then what is biochemistry? Biochemistry is study of compounds that are present inside the body, inside a living organism. Those compounds that are present inside the living organism, the study of that kind of compounds is called as biochemistry. So, in this study, what do we study about? Those kind of chemical compounds. That is the first question. Yes. There are numerous varieties of compounds that are present in human body. Correct? All the human body is made up of atoms and molecules. You agree with me? All those things have different structures and functions. Correct? So, to study about the structure and different physiological functions of these kinds of molecules is called as biochemistry. Correct? So, what are all the compounds? What are all the different kinds of compounds present in human body? Basically, there are three kinds of compounds. One, carbohydrates. Two, proteins. And three, lipids. There are numerous kinds of molecules and atoms that are present in human body that have different functions. Correct? Majority of those will lead by carbon. Carbon is a major molecule, major atom that is present in human body. After carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. These are the four major atoms that are present in the body. So carbohydrates, proteins and lipids are composed of majorly these four compounds. Now, what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates means, usually whenever somebody asks what is a carbohydrate means, carbohydrate is some molecule that has carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Whatever molecule that has carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are carbohydrate? No. No. Bond COOH, that is carboxylic acid. Bond CHO, that is aldehyde. So there are different kinds of compounds that has carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. But all those compounds are not called as carbohydrate. Then what is a carbohydrate? A carbohydrate is an organic molecule that has many hydroxyl molecules. Many hydroxyl molecules along with an aldehyde group or a ketone group. Okay? A carbohydrate is an organic molecule that has many hydroxyl molecules along with an aldehyde molecule or a ketone molecule. Definition wise, a carbohydrate is a polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone. That is your bookish definition. Polyhydroxy, ketone or aldehyde is correct. Now, what is a protein? Protein means these molecules will have amine as their primary nucleus. Not nucleus, amine in their structure. Proteins have amines as a primary member. Amine means NH, NH2, N as such. And nitrogen should be there in the structure of protein. The proteins are composed of amino acids. When I am talking about amine, these amines are basic components of amino acid. Amino acid. The name itself has amine and acid. What is an acid? Not HCl, not sulfuric acid. It is carboxylic acid. When a compound has amine and carboxylic acid in their structure, they are called as amino acids. These amino acids come together, form bonds to form proteins. Understood? Now, lipids. Lipids have basic carboxylic acid in their structure. It can be a long chain of hydrocarbons. Along with that, if there is any carboxylic acid in their structure, it is called as a lipid. Now, when there is a long chain hydrocarbon and a carboxylic acid, as such it is not called as lipid, because there is one more catch in that: lipids are derived from acetic acid. So always lipid will have even number of carbon atoms. That is very important. Lipids will have even number in their carbon number structure. Okay. So all the hydrocarbons does not, even though with carboxylic acid in their structure, does not qualify as lipid. Lipid should be derived from, it can be a hydrocarbon and with a carboxylic acid, but it should be derived from acetic acid. Acetic acid, CH3COOH, 2 carbons are there. Multiple acetic acid come together, join to form lipids. Correct? Fatty acids, basically. Fatty acids. Those fatty acids are called, otherwise called as lipids, but definition wise there is another definition. Each and everything is separate from one another, but as of now, since we are sticking to the basics, you remember lipids are equal to fatty acids. So these fatty acids are hydrocarbons with carboxylic acid which are derived from acetic acid. So carbohydrate, protein and lipid form the structural and functional elements of the human body. You understood? So examples of carbohydrate, where they are present. The carbohydrate basic example is glucose. What is glucose useful for? It is energy source for our body. Correct? Glycogen. Glycogen is stored energy source of our body. That is a carbohydrate. Now proteins. Proteins and amino acids, those are responsible for muscle fiber synthesis, you can say. Bodybuilding. Yes, bodybuilding, and these are also present inside the nucleus of the cell, DNA and RNA. Those are also, there are also amino acids are there along with carbohydrate. What is carbohydrate? Ribose will be there inside that. DNA abbreviation wise, deoxyribonucleic acid. What is ribo? Ribo is ribose sugar. Okay, but as of now you remember, proteins and amino acids are present inside the muscle fiber for regeneration of the muscle fiber and inside the nucleus in the form of DNA and RNA. And where are these lipids present? Lipids are also one of the stored food material, stored energy sources of the body. Those are present in adipose tissue. Okay, your brain is also made up of lipids. So these three, carbohydrate, protein and lipids, are structural and functional units, you can say, units of the human body. Now majority of the human body functions rotates around these three basic kinds of compounds. Understood?